Think about a specific book that can change your life and the way of thinking.
Uh, One actually there are two books. One is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and other one is Who Moved My Cheese. So one thing that I learned from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff is, in life we really get bothered about small things. Every small thing bothers us a lot. So it really teaches you that these petty things doesn't matter in your life. You have to look at the big picture. And once also when you look at other people who are like living in a worse condition than you, then you realize how lucky or blessed you are. So it is not worth, stressing about everything or overthinking about everything. So I really like that book. And the another one is Who Moved My Cheese. This book is about change, how change is so important in our lives. And I literally feel that I was a person who was very rigid about certain things. Like, if this is like this, it should be like this only. I cannot change it, otherwise I'll get very uncomfortable. I had fear of unknown. But later I realized that if you will not change yourself, you will get stuck at one place. There is no growth, no personal growth, no career growth, nothing. So it is very important to adapt to things and change yourself with time. So that book is really good. I would really suggest these two books to your audiences that they should read it. It is really helpful in terms of improving yourself.
Hi Zahid, a very warm welcome to my channel. And I have also seen your previous video, and you are also doing great. You also interacted with a lot of psychologists, the lot of people who just come from different backgrounds. You just tell our audience a little bit about yourself, so that our audience can know about you.
Yeah, sure, Deepak. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me on your channel. It's really a great pleasure to be here. And as you know, my name is Zahin Siddiqui. I have done my MA in literature. I used to work as an HR in an IT company, but later I quit my job because I wasn't finding that job very interesting. My heart wasn't into it, and that's why I left my company. And I started a course which is diploma in psychology. That is something out of my interest because I'm little curious about what people think, what they feel, how they behave, why they behave the way they do. So I was very like I had a lot of curiosity to understand these things. So I started doing this course. Plus, content creation is something that is out of my interest. I always facing camera, so that's why I started content creation. My content is related to self-help books plus psychology. Recently I've started podcast also on my channel where I invite people who have psychology background, like who are into counseling, who are therapists, and people who are taking counseling of kids. They are into parenting counseling, then relationship counseling. So those are the content which I'm posting right now on my channel. This is a little bit about myself, and I'm really excited to have this conversation with you.
It's really good to be here, Zahin, because previously I had taken a lot of podcasts and the interviews, and we just talk about only English. And I really also appreciate you because you are doing something different that most of the young people are going through such kind of phase as well. Because previously I took a lot of treatment about my mental health. I just made a lot of therapists, a lot of psychologists, then after that I got recovered. I also went through such type of situation. At that point of time, I was finding something who just come from this background. just went through such type of tough phases, and I also took his or her podcast and me. I also decided to the texted you on your Gmail as
Yeah, and you should be really proud of yourself, Deepak, because a lot of people hesitate to take help when they are struggling with mental health. But you did, and I'm glad you came out of that situation.
well. Sure. And previously, Jahil, you also told that you had a lot of interest in the reading a self-help book. So my question to you is, what attracted you towards self-help books and the psychology as well? Because I also have a habit of reading self-help books. Yeah.
Uh, Basically, I started reading because I wanted to improve my vocabulary. So that was one thing. And when I started reading, I used to try reading fictional plus non-fictional, but fictional was not something where my interest lied. I used to get very bored with fictional books. And when I started reading non-fictional books, I felt like with every single book, I'm improving myself as well. There is something, some habit or something, some change that I can see in myself. And that is the reason I started reading self-help books only. And I also believe that if you can learn one thing from one book, that is enough. So that is the, like, I started to improve vocabulary, but then I feel like as a person also I'm improving a lot when I read self-help books.
Definitely. Because reading self-help book helped me a lot to gain my confidence and overcome my fear as well. I'd also read such kind of books that you have also promoted on your YouTube videos, like Power of Emotions, I think. Yeah. You have also shared one of the videos that is best. Master of Your Emotions. Yeah. Uh, I also read this book previously when I went through my tough time in my college. I had a backlogs in my semester, so I read such kind of books. And right now, I am also so much fond of reading self-help.
And also, I read these kind of books like Calm Your Chaotic Mind or Master Your Emotions because I have always been I was overthinker. Like I've always been an overthinker. I would think about it. I would get very stressed. So I feel when I read these books, I understand how to deal with my emotions. How can I regulate my emotions? So really, it helps me to keep me grounded as well.
Sure. Now moving towards the next question. Which book has changed the way you think the most? I'm talking about a specific book that that can change your life and the way of thinking.
Uh, One actually there are two books. One is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and other one is Who Moved My Cheese. So one thing that I learned from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff is, in life, we really get bothered about small things. Every small thing bothers us a lot. So it really teaches you that these petty things doesn't matter in your life. You have to look at the big picture. And once also when you look at other people who are like living in a worse condition than you, then you realize how lucky or blessed you are. So it is not worth, stressing about everything or overthinking about everything. So I really like that book. And the another one is Who Moved My Cheese. This book is about change, how change is so important in our lives. And I literally feel that I was a person who was very rigid about certain things. Like, if this is like this, it should be like this only. I cannot change it. Otherwise, I'll get very uncomfortable. I had fear of unknown. But later I realized that if you will not change yourself, you will get stuck at one place. There is no growth, no personal growth, no career growth, nothing. So it is very important to adapt to things and change yourself with time. So that book is really good. I would really suggest these two books to your audiences that they should read it. It is really helpful in terms of improving yourself. and your mindset.
Definitely. You are saying right, because change is very important. Because when we accept the change, definitely our life will going to improve in the future. So the accepting change is very important. I know in the initial stage, you had gone through such type of tough times,
Yes.
such type of tough situations as well while accepting the change. But at the end of the day, you feel so much calm, you feel so much comfortable. I think
Yes.
it has.
Yes. I also feel that change is difficult initially. But initial phase is difficult. Obviously, you are trying something new. There will be difficult phase. But then when later you do it, you feel so good about it. So you should always think about the result, and that makes us really happy. So initially, everyone struggles, and that's very normal.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. And now, Siddiqui, Jehin, moving toward the next question, it's very interesting question. Why do sometimes, why do anyone sometimes lose motivation even when we have an important work to do? It can happen to me as well sometimes.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
My question to you is, why do we something lose motivation even when we have an important work?
Sometimes why we lose motivation, why
Motivation.
we don't feel
Yeah,
like doing something,
yeah,
if even
yeah,
if it is important.
yeah, yeah.
Mm, one of the reason is, procrastination. And we do procrastinate because sometimes we feel that this task is going to be difficult. And when we think that it is going to be difficult, or maybe it is going to take a lot of time, then we lose that motivation to do it. So procrastination is one thing. And another thing, maybe your heart might not be into it, so you are not do like feeling like doing it. So another thing, maybe that you don't want to do it.
Definitely, definitely. And both these things also play a very important, because when a person didn't have interest in any kind of field,
Yes,
and
yes.
at the end of the day, you need to do all kinds of stuff. Definitely, a person feel so much demotivated at all. Yeah. And and my next question,
Yeah.
Jahir, I will also, why is our mind attracted to the comfort zone? It's very interesting question. Yeah, sometimes our minds are so much addicted to the comfort zone.
I feel because we are very scared of maybe judgment, and we don't want to come out and face that fear that maybe people are, if I'm doing something new or I'm trying something new, then people will judge me, they will criticize me. So it is better, to do nothing and sit at your place and just stay wherever you are. So people are a little bit scared also to face the challenge, to face their fear and overcome it, and that's why they're like, I'll sit comfortably and I don't want to deal with anything. So that can be one of the reason.
Yeah, it can happen to me in my initial stage when I was starting doing podcast. I thought that what people would think about me if I was not able to express myself in front of the people. So the Jain, you are saying completely right, because we are so much procrastinate about the validation of the others. We the thought that what others could think about me if I went wrong, if I did any kind of mistake. So it's a very common. We are so much dependent on the other validation. So that's why we also be the part of the comfort zone, and try to live in such kind of zones as well.
Absolutely.
And my next question is, Why do people compare themselves with others? It's very common nowadays. People start comparing themselves with the other people. They are so much successful in their field. So the people start comparing themselves with the other, and at the end of the day, they feel so much demotivated about what they are completely doing right now.
So Deepak, comparison is very natural feeling, you know. We are human, and jealousy is a negative term to use, but then this is very common in us. Every human, you might say, I'm not jealous of something, but then sometimes when you see better, like somebody is doing better than you, or somebody is has a great career, or whatever it might be, and when you, especially when you watch them on social media, this is also one of the reason, like people have started comparing more because they have access to others life, and that is why people compare. And I feel that this happens very naturally, that you, when you see something, you will be like, okay, and then you are like, how my life is going on and their life is great. But the fact is that you are not seeing behind the scenes. You don't know what they are going through behind camera. They are only posting the best pictures on Instagram, on
Social media.
social
Yeah.
media. Nobody is going to post something where they are crying, isn't it, with puffy eyes. They are not going to post those pictures. So one thing we have to understand, that whatever we are being shown on the social media, that cannot be 100% true. So that is something that can help us avoid comparison. But then, yes, this is also a fact that we are human beings. So comparison is natural. So it is not something like why I'm doing, or this is wrong, or I should judge myself for comparing my life with somebody else. But somehow you have to understand that what is the reality. You need to understand that this might not be real, or even if, for example, if you are jealous, or I'm using this word, maybe if you're feeling bad, if you saw somebody doing really great in their career, for example, but instead of feeling, oh god, I'm not doing anything, or I don't have that great career right now, so you can do one thing. You can get inspired also from that person who is doing good, right? You can learn from that person, and you can improve yourself. You can follow what they are doing. So instead of sitting and indulging yourself into self pity, you should try to improve yourself. You should try to reach where they are, maybe, or maybe you should have your own track. You should have your own path, and then follow that. Instead of seeing who is doing what, follow your path.
Sure, sure, sure. And the Jahin, you tell previously you just work in a company as an HR, and it's quite difficult for anyone to quit such kind of profession and to choose another career level as well. And the same thing also happened to me with I was working in the Bangalore as a supervisor in a company called Airtel. So the when the I the quit this job, my the families totally against me, and they are not treating me in a well manner, because I am the only member of my family who just went outside to the pursue such kind of expensive courses like MBA. And after that, I had decided to quit that job. So it's quite difficult for me to tackle such kind of thing. At that point of time,
Hmm.
I was going through several kinds of mental health issues. I just went to the psychologist and took some treatment as well. And after 1 year, I have also joined this another professor called as assistant professor, and currently I am working as an assistant professor. So the from these two phases, the persons also went through a lot of such kind of issues. So my question
Yeah.
to you is, how do we convince our parents to join any kind of professions if they are against our will as well, our career as
Okay. One thing is, the reality is, it is very difficult when you are handling financially, also you are helping your family, and then suddenly you are taking that decision that I want to quit my job. It is difficult for the family to accept it. So, yes, it is difficult, but it is also up to you. Like, how do you tell them that why I have taken this decision? I mean, the if your answer to why is strong enough and you can explain it well to them that this is the reason why I quit my job, then I think they would understand. Plus, if you have a proper plan, sometimes you don't know after quitting this what I'm going to do next, what is my interest, or you are not even clear about it. So I feel if you will have that clarity why I'm quitting my job and what else I'm gonna do, and if you're able to explain it to your parents, I hope probably they would help or they'll understand.
Definitely. Because expressing in a good way definitely help a person a lot. Yeah, you are saying right. Because our families are not against our will. Our families saw everyone happy, and so that they are saying like that. And right now everything is okay. I just started earning money, so everything is
Hmm.
okay right now. Yeah, our
Great.
family is like that. They are also they also want to see you happy. वो लोग आपको हमेशा खुशी देखना
Yes.
चाहते हैं. That's the main
Absolutely.
reason. Right now, I, I, I also observe that. And my next question is, how do we deal with failure or disappointment when you are receiving the constant failures or about your semester, about your examination as well?
I feel failure is the best teacher you have. Nobody learns from success as much as they learn from failure. And obviously, disappointment is something natural. You will be disappointed. You will doubt yourself also that maybe I'm not good enough. That's why I failed. But if you're trying something new or you're doing something, maybe it's even as you said semester, or maybe it is about exams. Let's say you got less marks in one semester, but you have chances to appear again, isn't it? You will appear again for the second semester. You can figure out what mistakes you made in the previous one, then you can improve yourself. So there will be a lot of self growth, and I always feel that the more mistakes you will make, the more you will learn. So it is always good to fall and stand again and rise again. So there, disappointment is natural, but then you have to overcome it, and then you have to learn from it, learn from your mistakes and improve yourself. There's nothing wrong with being, with failure.
It can depend upon the personal decisions as well, because after receiving the failure, most of the person has taken the bad steps. They are thinking about their career. They are going into overthinking about their career. What will going to happen in the future if the I will not able to clear this exam. Such kind of thoughts is very common nowadays that most of the youngsters are doing. It's very common. But the only thing is to overcome it. How we can tackle such type of problems. Take the help from our friends, our family as well. Such kind of things help a lot.
Hmm. I think courage is very important to overcome this, to try again. Even to try again and again, you need a lot of courage, because you are
Yes.
filled with so much self doubt. Then also when you fail, you feel like everybody knows about it. They might be thinking that I have tried so many times. Let's say a government exam or whatever. You are like, I have tried so many times, I'm not able to clear this. Now what my family members, my relatives, friends will think about it. So that is something very naturally it happens. But then I feel if you are courageous enough, you can deal with everything.
Confidence play a very important role, I think, because
Yes, absolutely.
And my last question is, what is one habit you believe everyone should develop nowadays? Especially I'm talking about the Gen Zs.
One habit. One
Yeah.
habit is I would suggest consistency.
Oh,
Consistency
it's
is
true.
very important. Yeah, it is very important. I mean, if even if I talk about video recording, camera facing, initially it was very difficult for me. I used to get very uncomfortable. But then, if you are consistent with something, you are going to improve yourself, and you are not going to see the result like within 2 days or 2 weeks or maybe for months, for a year. But then, if you will be consistent with something, somehow you will find, like, get that result. So every single day, even if you are taking a very small step, you are doing something for half an hour, that is also enough, but then do it regularly. Consistency plays a major role in terms of whatever you want to achieve in your life. So that's important. Everyone should be consistent with their goals.
Definitely, you are saying right because day-to-day practice play a very important role in the any field, in the talking to people, speaking English, and the any types of fields
Hmm.
like passing exam semester and government exams. It also play a very important role.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
Jay. Okay, Jay, my question is over. Do you have any questions to me to ask?
Um, so I just want to ask, were you able to convince your parents when you left your job? How they were when they started supporting you?
Actually, Jai, to be truly, that I was not able to express myself, express my opinion in the front of the parents as well, and it's quite difficult for me to convince my parents. I was not able to focus on my job. I went through a lot of clinical psychologists. I had taken a lot of medicines of psychiatrists, but my parents didn't have any ideas about that. What type of toughness I was going through at that point in time. Because I was able to convince my parents about my mental health, they told me that what this thing, this thing is very common. So at that point of time, I felt so bad about that. I was taking treatment in Nimhans, Bangalore. It is one of the best Asia's mental health hospital. I was going in the hospital alone, and sometimes my the doctor also asked about that. Is there any family members or your friend along with you? Then I told that no family member is here and no friend is with me. The Jain, at that point of time, it was quite difficult for me to express my opinions in front of the people. Simply, I told my managers I was not going ahead with my job and to give my resignation, and simply I just quit my job as well. At that point of time I was not able to convince my parents.
Okay. And I really understand how difficult it would have been for you, because handling everything alone, and if somebody is not there to share what you are going through, is very difficult phase of life. So I really want to congratulate you that you did that. You reached out to people, and today you have, like, these things helped you, and really more power to you, more success to you.
Sure. And right now I am feeling so much happy that I was going through such type of situation, and I help a lot people who is going through such type of situation. Because I the new lot of psychologists, lot of psychiatrists who they had given the good treatment of mental health, and the therapist as well. And the when a person, even my friend and my family members was going through such type of situation, I had given him the right advice, and they also went to the doctor, they got recovered very easily.
Great, great. Now you're able to help others. What can be better
Yeah,
than that?
yeah. Okay. That's why, Jaheen, when I texted you, I just write, especially I'm talking about the mental health issues. Yeah, that's why I just texted you simply.